Breaking news, Broncos country. I mean, we thought that this injury wasn't going to be super serious as we didn't see JK Dobbins go on IR on Tuesday. It's kind of been up in the air that he just might miss some time. But yeah, we got freaking out for the year. Let me go ahead and share my screen, guys. If you're missing this, I'm sorry that we're the ones breaking the bad news here, but JK Dobbins has been placed on IR today with a foot injury suffered against the Raiders from a stupid hip drop tackle. He will need surgery, and it could be, season ending. So yeah, this is bad. I misread this. It could be season ending, but I think as we're all seeing this, is that it's probably going to be out for the year. First reported by Adam Schefter. So I want to get your thoughts on this, Kodiak. I might change my title. Could be out for the season.
Well,
so I'm not inaccurate here, but I thought I read it was out for the season. But
well, in your defense, like if you go back to Schefter's tweet, like go to Schefter's tweet real quick, he said that he's likely out for the season. So you did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. But regardless, it's not good, man. Like Dobbins, I think he's like 4th or 5th in the NFL in rushing yards right now, which is crazy considering what our run game looked like last year. Like the reason we've been able to be so successful on the ground is because of the play of guys like JK Dobbins. You know, for a bargain bin free agent signing, like we signed him all the way back in June. 31 other teams could have had him, and he added so much to our offense. Now, I know the value of the running back position is not very high across the league, and I know that a guy who's had problems staying healthy throughout his career, was not going to be like highly coveted as far as free agency. But man, this looked like a year where injury luck was starting to be kind to him. And then he gets injured on a stupid play, a dirty play that the NFL is, instituting and trying to protect their offensive players. But if you're not going to call the hip drop tackle, then why is it even in the rule book? I don't know. But yeah, it just sucks, man. So now if you're looking for something, Tyler Badie, RJ Harvey, Jaleel McLaughlin. Time for all three of those guys to step up. I know that most people will be excited about Harvey because we did take him in the second round, but I'm looking for all three of those guys to splash and make an impact and just try to recoup some of what this running back room has lost without Dobbins.
Yeah, it's crazy how, hey, when we had this conversation during the offseason, we're like, hey, even if you only get him for half the year, he's absolutely worth it. I mean, we're not 8-2 without JK Dobbins right now, and it's just insane that we literally just got him for half the season, like we were all saying, man.
Yeah.
And on a dirty play, unlucky play. As James is saying, though, this is also why you drafted Harvey in the second round at pick 60. We get to see what he can do with a full workload, and I think, I guess that's a silver lining right now. But curious. How do you feel like this running back rotation is going to look tomorrow and into the foreseeable future? Who do you think is going to be the active backs? Do you see, Deuce Vaughn getting activated as that fourth back? You think we run with 3? How do you see, aside from RJ Harvey, hopefully getting the majority of the touches, the rest of this room kind of shaking out right now?
Well, I know this doesn't really answer your question, David, but I'm scared. I'm scared because, to be quite frank, like we haven't seen enough consistency, even going back to the past year and a half, I'd say, running behind the same offensive line. Like we have not seen any consistency out of any running backs behind JK Dobbins. Once again, I know that wasn't your question, but I'm fearful for what it looks like, what the rotation looks like. That being said, I still think RJ Harvey is going to be the first, second down back. I think this team, yes, they want to use him in that receiver mold, but I really want him to get his chances to show that he can, carry the workload. And he's done very well under center this year. He has not done very well running out of shotgun, which is crazy considering how ham he went in college football. But overall, I think Badie is still going to be the third down back. Like this team, Jaleel McLaughlin, he still just does not have the trust of the coaching staff. He's still very much out of favor with this coaching staff. Granted, I'm excited for Jaleel's opportunity. I'm excited for him, but I'm not really excited to see him play, if I'm being quite honest. I don't think he adds very much to this running back room. I think they're going to get McLaughlin a lot of run, though. Like, I think because he's been there, done that guy, like, I can't explain it. I just have a feeling that we see him a lot more than we want to tomorrow. But, so that answers your question. How do you think everything's going to shake out? Do you think RJ Harvey first, second dad? Do you think Badie is going to be the bell cow? Like, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I think right now you'll see RJ Harvey and Jaleel McLaughlin kind of split those carries. Hopefully RJ gets the majority of them on first and second down. And honestly, you just give him like a first few drives to get comfortable. But I do think Tyler Badie is going to keep that third down back roll on the team. So I don't really see that changing. Yeah, like until RJ Harvey proves that he can be a consistent pass protector, dude, like we can't be risking Bo Nix getting lit up on third down like we did. What was it, against the Eagles or the Giants? I'm trying to remember, where RJ Harvey just totally blew that pass pro. And yeah, like we were lucky it wasn't a fumble. It was ruled a forward pass. But
oh yeah, Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles. So that's kind of how I see. I see Jaleel probably getting the standard right now 5 carries or so that RJ has gotten, and hopefully RJ gets the triple amount of carries. Like, let's see what he can do. People are saying, hey, it's like Sethoid, time to take the training wheels off, man. We basically had the Chiefs dead to rights last year without Dobbins. Maybe you look to bring back Estime if he's cut from the Saints at some point. But yeah, I'm with Anthony on this. Like, let's sign some bruisers to the practice squad. I don't really feel like there's much of a need for Deuce Vaughn on this team. Maybe for like special teams or like returning. But hey, Damian Martinez, I was always a fan of him coming out of Miami. But I do think probably the most logical move right now is we get through what we can tomorrow with McLaughlin, Badie, and of course Harvey. But then you move to bring in somebody like D'Onta Foreman, Zach Moss. I know I'm forgetting another one, Gus Edwards. Is there a veteran name that you like on the free agency list right now that you think you would prefer to see brought in here in a bruiser role?
Of all those names you mentioned, I think D'Onta Foreman's the most intriguing to me because 2 years ago he just had a tendency to like go ham after a month, so it shows that he still kind of has that capability. That being said, like no, I don't really like bargain bin hunting at the running back position at this time of the season. Like it's rough. Like the free agent names, you thought the free agency draft class was rough. Now take all those guys off and just have it be completely washed up veterans who aren't good for 32 NFL teams right now. That's where it gets really, really rough. But yeah, Martinez is intriguing to me, but he fell to the 7th round for a reason, and Seattle cut him for a reason. And their third running back, I don't know I can't remember the guy's name, but he's gotten a couple touchdowns this year. So Martinez couldn't cement himself in that role. So it makes me think that he's probably not going to be good enough to fight his way onto our team for a job. That being said, we're still thin at running back. Like we are still very, very thin. Like Badie, in my opinion, has played his way off this team if he continues on his current trajectory. Jaleel McLaughlin, there's virtually no use for him. So Harvey's going to be the only guy in this running back room that you could say for sure is going to be on this team next year. And
yeah, absolutely. Now, I'm a fan of this too. Everyone's saying Damian Martinez. I think that would be a safe practice squad addition. I want to say in our Discord, which guys you can join in the description. By the way, I think Andy might have mentioned that kind of the word, at least on Twitter, with like beat reporters and stuff like that, has maybe been he fell and then was cut from Seattle due to like some character issues. Obviously, that's so vague. But when you look at the tape, man, with him at Miami, with him at Oregon State, he's a very talented running back. I don't care. Bring him in, man. We need some serious talent. I think that he's a better back than Audric Estime. I know that's not saying much. I think he's a better back than Deuce Vaughn. And, hey, maybe you pair that with bringing in a guy like Zach Moss, somebody who can pass protect, or Gus Edwards that can kind of show him the ropes a little bit like that. But we need a veteran presence in this running back room, especially, God forbid, we have another injury in the running back room, man. Like, imagine if Tyler Badie goes down. Who's going to pass protect, right? That's going to be absolutely miserable, man.
Man, if Badie goes down, then I don't even want to know what this running back room looks like. But yeah. Also, Sonny Staley said as soon as Badie sits on the bench, last 4 games, he has dropped the screen pass and they have cost us. Like, I get you can be frustrated with him. And I think, okay, the frustrations aren't invalid. But listen, Badie has picked up a couple 3rd and longs that, I'm sorry, Jaleel McLaughlin would not have this past season. But so I'm not going to say he's entirely useless, but I get the frustration towards Badie, but let's just give him the opportunity to play better for the rest of the year because he'll have it. I assume that for the rest of the year, they're probably going to roll with Jaleel, Harvey, and Badie health holding. That being said, but yeah, people are saying Jeremy said Adam Prentice. I mean, maybe Adam Prentice will be our pass protection back, but
oh God, we ran one play with him as a shotgun running back.
I was about to say we checked into the like HB draw or whatever, and then Bonix got absolutely ripped a new one by shot fade out the sidelines. But I don't know. I like Prentice, but once again, Jag. Maybe when Adkins comes back, he can do that because I mean he is like that H-back guy. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's really interesting. I mean, I guess if there is a silver lining with the pass protection, like whatever, it's that your offensive line has been very, very good this year, and we're gonna get Powers back at some point in December, right? But yeah, he has been real good in those dirty short yardage situations. Yeah, he has like first and 10 from the 1 yard line. Like you hand it to Prentice, like no problem whatsoever. But yeah, overall, it's just depression because this guy had such a good season, and you mentioned we do not have the record we do right now without him. So that's just very unfortunate because, man, I figured we weren't getting a full 17 out of him because that's the guy he's just never been. But when it ends off of not like a soft tissue thing, when it ends off of not like a random, I don't even know how to put it, but when it ends on a hip drop tackle, man, that's the real kick in the dick right there.
I know, man. It's just bad luck, man. My heart goes out to JK, man, because I have loved how he has embraced Broncos country, man. We need his energy. I've really appreciated his just excitement. This is his third team, but he's not treating it like his third team. Like he absolutely loves being a Bronco. I still would love to bring him back next year if we just get him for 10 games. Albeit it'll probably be at a, closer to a vet minimum number. And again, he was probably on track to get some nice incentive bonuses with reaching 1,000 yards. I mean, he was only 228 yards away from reaching 1,000 yards on the season. He's been our best back production-wise since Philip Lindsay. Shout out to the chat pointing that out. That's been great. But real quick, before we dive into more of this, at Kodiak, I got to give a shout out really quick to the new channel sponsor, Kalshi. Man, these guys are phenomenal. Guys, they're sending me a hat. If you want to trade, man, right now, I'm sure the Broncos odds are going to be, they're going to be going even longer here after this news kind of starts to hit the market here with Kalshi. But use my promo code DTB. Link is in the description, and get yourself a nice little deposit bonus as well when you join Kalshi with my promotion. So guys, you're going to get the best odds because it's peer-to-peer sports prediction trading. Not like all those traditional sports books that won't give you the best odds. So create your own combos. That's like their parlay version. And hey, there might even be a play on here soon about who's going to be the next free agent signing from the Broncos at the running back position. So I just want to shout out Kalshi. They've been phenomenal, and I'm excited to start working with them. So got a few more comments that I'll highlight here. Cody Rourke is reporting that it's a Liz Frank sprain. I mean, dude, just devastating, man.
Yeah.
And Liz Frank, that's like, depending on the severity of it, I mean, that's probably going to be a couple months. You think? I wonder if we might be able to at least get him back by playoff time. I mean, he's out for the season, likely, according to Adam Schefter. I don't know if that includes the playoffs or not.
I don't know. Let me look up some quick things. Sports medicine people, let me know. All right. A mild non-surgical Liz Frank sprain may take 6 to 8 weeks, while a more severe injury or those requiring surgery can take 6 months to a year. So JK Dobbins is having surgery. So just based on that, based on my quick Google search, I'm not a doctor. I've never studied medicine. I failed every class I took when I was a freshman at University of Hawaii studying medicine. Listen. It's probably not happening. Like, I get that NFL guys are superhumans with their recovery. They get paid to basically rehab all day. But ultimately, it's probably for the year, just based on what I just saw right there.
Yeah, man, this blows. And Son of Judah coming in here saying, "Hey, we might draft another running back." I feel like running back's one of those positions that you should just draft every year because of how injured those guys get and how often you can find gold on day 3. So I hope we draft another running back. Absolutely.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, it might not be high. I don't imagine them spending significant capital on running back in back-to-back years, but we'll see. We'll see. Because next year we are going to need like our first, second down guy, like Dobbins has been for us this year.
Yeah. Oh man, dude, I just hate the Raiders. Someone brought this up earlier on. Who do you think takes his roster spot? That's something. Let's say we don't sign another running back right now off of free agency directly to the 53. You know, for the memes, A.T. Perry, baby, it would be great to see him finally get elevated. But let me go and pull up our practice squad right now and see if there's, who we might sign off of there onto the active 53 while Dobbins is on IR.
You know who might be interesting to me? Caleb Lohner. I'd be interested to see what we could do with him, even though he can't like play tight end. Why not just throw him out there for a play or two and just see what happens?
Dude, we got nothing to lose. Let me see the practice squad right here. Okay. Do I have this up here? I do not. Okay. So we got Lavelle Bailey, Michael Bandy. I'm done with Michael Bandy. It was fun while it lasted. Sam Ellinger, we don't need him. Mercedes Lewis. No, we can keep him on the practice squad. Caleb Lohner's right there. I don't think we need help at defensive line right now. So Jordan Miller should be okay. Garrett Nelson, Patrick Mertague. Dude, I don't know anything about Mertague. I think he's the international player we got.
Yeah, he's Australian, I think.
Okay.
Same with Crawshaw, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't count anymore now that he's like signed to the 53.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Jaden Robinson, maybe, because we might need another corner with Pat Surtain out. I'm okay on Keydron Smith. Jordan Turner could be one. Yeah. Man, I don't know. I feel like, honestly, man, because some of these guys could be elevated for like 4 weeks. Yeah, maybe you just go ahead and sign somebody like a Zach Moss or a D'Onta Foreman, Gus Edwards.
It's probably going to be Garrett Wallow because I've heard that, like, he was eligible to come back or whatever, and they activated him. So it's
it could be Garrett Wallow for special teams purposes.
Like, if I had to guess, that's who I'd say it would be. Martin has a comment. Wait, first of all, Matt Jones has a comment. What about Estime? Like, I don't know, man. A lot of people are fine with that move. I'm not one of them. I think, there's just too much. How do I put this? It's just too much dirty laundry, and it's fresh. So I don't know. I don't think each team I don't think it makes sense for either side to want to bring each other back.
Well, plus, I mean, he's still on the Saints 53. So
yeah. Also, shit, Mark's in here. Get him on here. But I want to highlight this comment by Martin. He said, "This magnifies our poor job in the draft. So many running backs this past draft, and we only got one. What was our plan before we picked up JK?" I agree that we didn't do enough at the running back position in the draft, but that's not to say we needed to spend significant capital. And even if you draft one in like the 6th, 7th round, then it's not like a guaranteed hit or whatever. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, I didn't think it was competitive to go into the year with like Jaleel as your RB3 before we signed Dobbins. But what's up, Mark?
Yeah,
what's up,
Mark. Man? Another reason, dude, to justify Kyle Managai, man, in the 7th round.
There'd be no issues if we had Kyle Manunga, right?
Right. Okay. Give us your thoughts on everything, how much this sucks, and if we recover from this.
Yeah, I mean, it's what I feared, man. I know these foot injuries are awful. It obviously really sucks, and it is what it is. I mean, I think we all could have saw it coming that we knew at some point JK was going to miss some time, just given his history. Obviously, very bad luck injury, but I mean, it's like the definition of next man up mentality, right? But it's unfortunate timing because it had to happen like a week prior. We could have made a move at the deadline. But if, they didn't want to address the position outside of RJ in the second round and JK, it just kind of is what it is. It wasn't necessarily enough. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I don't know, all that you guys have covered. I saw you guys were talking a little bit about some options that we have.
Yeah, and you did a video last night that I was watching at like 2 a.m., half asleep. I'm trying to remember because you were talking about potential names that could sign. Yeah, who were those guys? I can't even remember now.
DJ Dallas.
Yeah, you're good. These were like guys off of current practice squads, which I like that idea more than like someone off the street.
Yeah.
But there's quite a bit. DJ Dallas was one. Sincere McCormick was another.
Yes.
Oh my God, I like forgot now too.
Yeah. While you're pulling that up, liked as well. JP saying, "Hey, bring back Blake Watson, bring in Gus Edwards, something like that." Blake Watson should be healthy from his injury. Do you remember what it was?
It was a knee injury. He's actually on the Titans practice squad right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so he's someone that could make a whole lot of sense. Cam Akers was another one that I had talked about. He's literally like, when you look at Cam Akers' career, it's like JK Dobbins light. Like, it really is the same. They were both highly touted guys coming out of college, and just had crazy amount of injuries. But Cam Akers is someone that could make a whole lot of sense too.
Yep.
I love me some Blake Watson, man. I think that would be fun. But Cam gets you a little bit more of like a power back.
Dude, I would love Blake Watson here. I know the sample size is small, but how could you have not loved what he has shown in this small sample size, man?
Yeah.
And maybe Estimate will be available, man. I mean, I know he's on the Saints 53 now, but it was just a year ago, dude, playing the same Chiefs team where he had like his breakout game. We were all so excited. He looked good in that final drive. We thought, all right, he talked about, what did he say? Like, I feel like they woke up the beast, or they woke up a monster or something. Like, he was feeling good about it, and then you just didn't see him again much after that. But it's crazy, like, what can change in a year. But Estimate is potentially an option at some point this year, but I don't know.
Kodiak, what are you gonna say?
So, I mean, you guys were talking about Cam Akers. I will say there's a big difference, in my opinion, between Cam Akers and JK Dobbins. Obviously, both guys were like second-round dudes in 2020, but I feel like Cam Akers has just sucked whenever he's gotten the opportunity, whereas JK Dobbins has always been good. But overall, yeah, like, I don't know. Last year was so weird because every week I was just like, all right, after the Chiefs game, I was like, all right, this is the week where Estimate captures the backfield. And then it just never happened. It just never happened. And then, I don't know. A lot of people, like, we obviously benched him during the playoff game. I didn't think enough people were talking about that this offseason. But, and we benched him for Tyler Badie, who, I mean, he is what he is. He's really not that good either. But, I mean, it just is what it is at the running back room. Like, it's still a team that is suffering from a lot of other moves that we've made and lack of opportunity cost and capital and whatever.
I'm going to look up the 49ers practice squad right now because surely they have like 3 running backs on that practice squad. With
Elijah Mitchell's on KC's practice squad right now, right?
Oh, he might be.
Elijah Mitchell could be a nice one.
Let's
see what we got here.
He's on their active roster.
Oh, shit.
Niners got Patrick Taylor. That's it.
They should have Sincere McCormick. I mean, this is showing that he's.
Oh, wait, I'm looking at the injured reserve. My dumbass.
Oh, yeah.
You probably got lost in all the 49ers. IR
Dude,
players.
yes. Yeah, their IR is like 20 people long. That's insane.
They promoted their strength and conditioning director this past offseason.
Dude, that is insanity, man. Okay, yeah, McCormick's on there. Also, they have Andrew Farmer on there. Interesting. But, yeah, he's the only running back on there.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. I think, like, I don't know if this happens. I feel like in some years it does. But, like, can you guys ever think of situations where maybe there's a team out there that, like, does us a solid? You know, like, let's say the Saints, right? We have history with them, with Sean and everybody. And then they're just like, hey, can you just like cut this guy because we really want to pick him up, kind of low key. And it's almost like works like, you do me a favor, I'll get one back to you, because I feel like there was someone recently that was cut over the last few years, and I was like, that's weird that guy was cut, and then another team came in and swooped him up. So I wonder if those kinds of things happen too. Like you can reach out to like the Lions or somebody that or somebody in the Jets and be like, can you guys just like cut this dude and give him a better opportunity? We can always return the favor down the road. I mean, these kinds of things I'm sure happen in the league all the time.
Yeah. Hey, Moogie, can you cut Breece Hall and let us sign him, please?
Yeah, it definitely couldn't be to that level, but it would be like, some bottom of the roster guy that is on your 53, so you can't just like swoop him up. That you just like, hey, you guys want to cut this dude and maybe we can pick him up.
It would have been great to draft Isaiah Davis a couple years ago. Man, that would have been nice instead of Estime.
Anthony Tadaro in the chat says, we'll take Devin Neal and give them their fourth back. Dude, he was a 6th round pick. Like, what are we doing here with that? That'd be just a huge misuse of assets to like not draft a guy and then trade a 4th for him. I mean,
the trade deadline is passed.
But like something that would make sense is like Khalil Herbert, right? Khalil Herbert was actually available. He went to the Jets practice squad, and then they signed him to the 53. But now that they have Isaiah Davis back and healthy and Breece Hall's back, you could be like, hey, Mooj, you want to just cut Khalil and we can, maybe he can sign with us if he wants us to come here. So that would be like an example of that, like a Khalil Herbert.
I would love that. Jamal Williams, I know these guys are washed as heck, but I mean, we're talking about what, week 12 right now?
Yeah.
I mean, surely these guys got like a few good games in them, right?
That's all you really need.
I mean, D'Onta Foreman's had some good games in his career, right?
Yeah, in 2023, he went on a tear for like a month with Cleveland, I think. Or Atlanta or Carolina, I can't remember. It was one of those like bottom feeders.
With the Bears, he averaged 3.9 yards a carry in 2023. In 2024, it was 3.3 with the Browns, but the Browns' offensive line was terrible.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's why I look at Cam Akers as like a really legit possibility, because yes, I agree with you, Kodiak. He's not as good as JK, obviously, but I mean, bro, he's had these moments where he blew up for a few games, but that's all he's really good for. Like even after tearing his Achilles, he had a 9-game stretch. He averaged, he had 786 yards and 7 touchdowns in 9 games. Before he ultimately
this is Cam Akers right here. Last time he got meaningful work was last season. He played in 17 games.
Oh wow.
Averaged 4.3 yards a carry last year.
Yeah.
Did he have
fumbles? No, I remember that. And he was relegated as like more of a specialist role, but he'd have games, because I remember I had Aaron Jones on fantasy and I put him in with Cam Akers, and it was just like Cam Akers was just producing every time. But then it was inevitable he was going to get injured. But he can give you a nice little stretch of games.
Wait, is he still on the Vikings 53 or has he been cut?
No, he's on the Vikings practice squad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he's been elevated a couple times this year, but he's currently on their practice squad.
Well, I was a big fan of Cam Akers in the draft years ago, coming out of Florida State.
Yeah.
But all these guys, they're at least rested.
Yeah.
You know?
That is very true.
Yeah.
I was even going looking at like the XFL, CFL, UFL, like all these different leagues, like trying to see, okay, who can you get? Because that's the thing about running back is like you never want to invest a premium pick in the position, but you want to invest a lot of other resources. Like I'm all about getting a guy in the 2nd round and the 7th round, and then sign 2 undrafted guys. Like we did that a few years ago. Where I think we drafted Royce Freeman. And then in the 7th round, we drafted like David Williams. But then it ended up being Philip Lindsay, who was undrafted. That was the best of all of them.
Dude,
but like, just get as many guys as you can. Royce Freeman's available, by the way.
I would rather take Philip Lindsay out of retirement, out of the radio station, dude, than Royce Freeman. But yeah, let's kick the tires. Maybe Philip Lindsay won't complain about the Broncos so much if we ask to bring him back right now.
I think he's burned those bridges, though. I don't think they want him.
Yeah. I mean, if we were to sign Rolls Royce, then maybe. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying. And like after the draft, I was like, man, I just don't think we invested enough, because it just is what it is. Now, I said in my draft video when I was complaining about the draft, I was like, the only way we could salvage this is by signing the only guy who's good on free agency right now, which is JK Dobbins. So we did that. Fantastic. But yeah, I agree. The thing that was more disappointing to me is we were very unaggressive in UDFA. I think we should have signed Rocket Sanders. I think we should have signed Len Larison because of how bad the running back room was last year. Now we retooled it, but unfortunately, now we're rolling with 2 of the 3 guys that we had last year in Badie and McLaughlin. So yeah, I don't know.
Rocket Sanders would have been so nice. And dude, that's what I'm saying, dude. Damian Martinez, come on, just at least sign him to the practice squad.
Yeah, you've got to think, why isn't he signed? There's got to be some like severe character concerns.
Because he's so talented. He is so talented.
There's got to be something. Like
we can fix him.
Too good of a prospect.
We can fix him. We were trying to bring in what? Stephon Diggs, man, and he's like what, having like 4 kids this year or whatever.
Yeah, dude. I mean, having Mercedes Lewis on the practice squad to kind of like sit Damian Martinez down, that's like literally having your father figure. So
yeah, dude.
I guess if there's any place that could do it, it could be here.
Now, okay, if you guys had to choose Mark Ingram or Latavius Murray, who you got?
We're really at this
right
point.
now.
Yeah.
Oh God, give me Latavius, bro. I don't know what he's up to, but
I mean, he just retired in June, I think, so somewhat in game shape, surely.
I mean, until Dobbins, Latavius was our last 100-yard rusher in Carolina 3 years ago. So, yeah,
it's crazy, man.
But yeah, Gus Edwards. If I had to choose one guy, it would probably be Gus Edwards or Zach Moss. Like,
dude, let's just put D'Andrea Tillman back there.
Someone brought that up earlier, dude.
I've seen enough from D'Andrea.
But Murray was great when he was here. So,
yeah. Ezekiel Elliott's out there.
Dude, honestly.
Zeke, yeah.
Honestly, I would do it.
I mean, he's a good goal line back still. He's got to be.
And he can pass protect.
Yeah.
Maybe not play center.
Yeah, Ezekiel Elliott. I mean,
dude, I might start that. I might have to start that on Twitter, man. Zeke Elliott. Let me pull up his stats.
Hold on, let me tweet out right now.
He hasn't even been with a team this year.
Yeah. Not at all.
Yeah, he was not very good. Like the last 3 seasons, he was awful.
3.1 yards a carry in Dallas.
3.1. Well, like the best part is you see it consistently getting worse. 4.2, 3.8, 3.5, 3.1. So he's on pace for like a 2.8 with us.
Dang, he was never better than his rookie year. That's insane.
Yeah.
Rookie Zeke was different.
That's a common thing, man. That's such a, like, it's such a weird position because I love the running back position. I love scouting running backs. I love signing. I love the run game, but it's like, dude, it's like a rental. It's literally like renting a car for a couple of years and then getting rid of it and moving on. Always.
Dude. Yeah, Elliott coming off the couch for a championship would be wild. That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, has he even won a playoff game?
Zeke? I don't think so.
Has Dak won a playoff game? I can't even remember, dude.
Dak has won a playoff game, but I think it's literally one. It was wild card Tampa in 2022.
So, Mark, we were talking about this a little bit earlier with Dobbins going on IR. Who do you think right now is signed to the 53? Probably not Deuce Vaughn. So
it's probably going to be Garrett Wallow.
Yeah.
That's what I said, yeah.
Talking about.
Yeah. It's probably going to be for now. And then the good thing is that we have the whole bye week to like switch a whole bunch of things around. I mean, I expect quite a bit of moves at that point. But dude, like, yeah, there's DJ. We could have gotten DJ Giddens. We missed out on him on the draft. We could have gotten Devin Neal.
Dude, if this injury just happened a week prior, we would have made a move in the trade deadline, man. That's what's so frustrating about this.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher. Hell yeah, dude. Cordero Patterson's out there. I'm just trying to really look in the dumps. Zach Moss, like I was saying, he's someone that's...
You know what? Cordero Patterson could be interesting. And he might be a better third down back than Badie.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how he is in pass pro. But, I mean...
Yeah, I don't know either, but he could definitely catch the ball. There was someone, man, we brought in camp as a tryout, and he didn't end up signing with us. I think he's Travion Williams, I think. He used to be with the Bengals. He's on somebody's practice squad, I think.
Or wasn't it Chris Evans? Did we bring in him too?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think it was Chris Evans.
You guys know Emmanuel Wilson on Green Bay right now?
Mhm.
You know that he was with us for rookie minicamp, got literally cut after the first day.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened.
Dude,
I don't know.
And he looked good. He's looked good in the chances that he's gotten, like to spell Josh Jacobs. He's looked really, really good.
I remember the first preseason game that year. I'm like, why did we cut this guy after one rookie minicamp practice?
For Caleb Warner, bro.
Yeah.
Dearness Johnson, is he still around?
I think he actually is right now. I forget with who. Oh, New England.
And another guy that was intriguing to me, but it was weird, man, because like I don't know why I remember him being hyped up like a tiny bit, but then nothing came of it. Was Owen Wright when he was with Baltimore. He's on the practice squad, I think, for the Bucks, and he's like 27. He was like He's like 28. He was drafted when he was like 25, I think, but he hasn't played a lot. But I remember there was a lot of hype around him. I was actually gonna ask Andy about him. But
yeah, I don't
dude,
even
it's like
know
we're
who
literally
he
going to
is.
be looking into the dumps when really the only thing that's going to give us any hope is that RJ Harvey's an absolute stud and he stays healthy for the rest of the time.
Dude, right?
That's the best bet.
Dude, if Harvey goes down, our season's cooked.
Dude, think about it. If Tyler Badie goes down, you can argue that our season's cooked. I mean, we literally have no one that can pass protect besides him now. Nobody.
I'm looking at the Ravens practice squad right now. Let's see if they got any running backs on there, but they don't.
Yeah, I was like trying to look at all the deepest teams,
or like the Dolphins. Don't the Dolphins have somebody?
Studs, huh?
Don't the Dolphins? Surely the Dolphins got some running backs.
They have A-Chain and Ollie Gordon, and then I can't remember who else on their practice squad.
Jermichael Hasty.
Oh shit! I mean, if we're bargain hunting,
he's the same size as RJ.
I'm 90% sure the Broncos brought him in for a tryout too.
Really?
Let me Google.
No, you know who we should bring in though? Jeff Wilson's on their practice squad. I love Jeff Wilson.
Jeremy's here, Adam.
Oh, okay.
Jeff Wilson would be good.
Dude, I like Jeff Wilson. Jeff Wilson's a good player. And again, he plays like what, 6, 7, 8 games a year? We're at week 12 right now, baby.
Donovan Edwards. Whatever happened to Donovan Edwards? Wasn't he a beast in Michigan?
He was.
And then he's on the practice squad for the Commanders.
Oh yeah, that's
real Donovan Edwards.
That's another guy that I was just like
22 years old.
Yeah, that's another guy that I was just like, why did we not like aggressively target in UDFA like with Rocky?
And we're playing Washington after the bye, so he can give us some intel too. That's like a win-win.
Yeah, of course.
Dude, he had a good RAS score, I think.
Yeah, he had an awesome RAS score, but after Corum had left, the Michigan run game just went way downhill after Harbaugh left too.
Yeah.
Dude, a 9.6 RAS score. I guess that's unofficial stuff. Let me see if there's an updated one. 9.78 RAS score.
You're talking about a guy who must be trouble. Like if we're talking about Damian Martinez must be trouble. If Donovan Edwards is not on a 53-man roster with a 9.68 RAS score, then he might be real trouble.
Well, what's crazy is he was actually signed as a UDFA with the Jets, and then the Jets cut him. And
then he go to the Panthers.
He elected to sign in Washington.
Man, Jeremy.
Yeah.
So sorry.
No, let's go.
I need your thoughts on all this,
dude. It's like, of course, it happens right after the trade deadline against the Raiders in a game that was the ugliest, stupidest game of all time. Like, that's the way it's going to happen.
On
right?
A dirty tackle.
Yeah, on a dirty tackle, which they didn't call. Why would they?
Just a mess, man. So
it's like the perfect storm.
Do you have a favorite practice squad free agent guy?
I liked some of the guys you were saying. Like, shoot, I would kick the tires on Donovan Edwards. I mean, you'd need to make calls, but just be like, I mean, although you might want to, I don't know how that works. Cause I know some teams, like if you try to poach somebody off a practice squad and then all of a sudden they get brought up to their own. So people are like, we want you on our practice squad, but we don't want to lose you. So I don't know how that, do they get like right of refusal or whatever? If like the player talks to the commander, like if Edwards, for instance, we tried to claim him or something, or try to sign him, it's going to go to their agent. The agent's going to be like, hey, we're going to move this guy. And then the commanders would basically need to be like, well, actually, we're going to bring him up, or they're going to be like, okay.
And if they do, then he has to do that. So they get the,
So they basically get like first right refusal. Basically.
Yeah, but they might not. I mean,
that's true.
They might not be in a position where they can.
Make a, Yeah, it'd be interesting. I think knowing Sean, he's going to definitely try to just make RJ, Badie, Jaleel work first.
Dude.
Which honestly makes sense. I mean,
yeah, of course.
Like realistically, if we sign Donovan Edwards, when's he really going to play? Unless
more guys get hurt.
What's going to happen if they're going to sign somebody? It's going to be a vet that they can trust pass protecting. That's who they're going to.
That's why Jamal Williams, I think, makes so much sense. I just don't know what kind of shape he's in.
Right. It's not going to
Cam Akers can pass block.
It's not going to be another guy they don't know if they can trust. It's going to be somebody
Edwards
that
can pass block. Yeah.
Now I will say, Blake Watson, he was on the roster last year, so he at least knows the playbook too. But again, we don't know if he can pass pro.
Yeah.
That's the one negative is like Dobbins replaced Estime as far as being like the bigger bodied, tougher runner kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like Badie's not the biggest guy in the world. Jaleel for sure isn't the biggest guy in the world. Harvey is kind of tweener. He's short, but he's thick and powerful. So I think they want Harvey to be the guy that can kind of do everything, but like he's just not to that spot yet. And so that's what I was saying earlier.
Oh, sorry.
This could be like the silver lining of all silver linings if we in these next 7 games get RJ up to speed.
Yeah.
And if he's ready to go by playoff time and he turns into what I think he can be running wise and the offensive line gets used to his running style and all that, it could be a great thing heading into the future, but that's a lot of ifs. Today it just sucks.
Yes.
This
dude sucks donkey balls. Sorry, go ahead, Mark.
No, you're good. You guys see Adam Prentice's RAS score?
No.
It's got to be like a 1.2.
5.6.
Woo!
Oh.
But you talk about a bruiser. You talk about
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, dude, he's 5'11", 251 is what he measured in at. That's actually crazy. I don't know if he's playing at 251, but that is an absolute unit of a person.
That is a unit.
And he ran at 4.83, which is according to this not very good, but he had a 35-inch vert. Yeah, he's dude, look where we are, man. Look where we are. Look who we're looking at. We're trying to convince ourselves that maybe at least I am. Adam Prentice is like the next who is the beast fullback that we had?
Who,
Jano?
No, before Jano. Peyton Hillis.
Peyton Hillis. Dude, we have like a history of this. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember, oh my gosh, it's forgetting. Who was our running back? This was post Clinton Portis.
Ruben Drones.
Thank you, Ruben Drones. We have a history of turning fullback guys into like running backs for a short time.
Shanahan can make anybody. Like if we had Mike Shanahan as our coach, I wouldn't even give a shit. Like who cares, bro? He's gonna be fine.
Exactly.
Him and Bobby Turner were unbelievable at running back talent.
Do you remember Spencer Larson, the inside linebacker fullback hybrid?
Yeah.
Who caught Tim Tebow's first touchdown, right? Is that what you told us earlier this year?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, I mean, inside linebacker, Sternad, next man up, Greenlaw, next man up. Who knows?
Who knows?
Garrett Wallow, I mean, your time's coming.
Yeah.
Well, I know we've kind of beat this running back thing to into a dead horse, but does this put more pressure on Bo Nix to play well? I mean, I think we need a really good game from Bo Nix in order to get the victory against Kansas City, man. This blows. This blows.
Well, I think it's going to open up. It's going to open up opportunities for him to use his legs more too. Contribute more in the run game. Utilize Mims out of the run. The backfield a little bit more too. But yeah, I just hope we don't like overcomplicate it. I hope we just have a similar run game to what we've had prior in terms of like the way that we're running it. But yeah, Bo's got to be. Bo's gonna have to step up and so are these other dudes. So as heartbreaking as it is, I'm really excited to see like RJ in this role.
Yes.
I'm really, really excited to see RJ.
When you draft a guy at 60, man, that's the expectation that at some point he becomes the main guy.
Yeah, he can take over. But to answer your question, yeah, it absolutely puts pressure on Nix because I was saying this entire summer, I was like, man, with an upgraded run game, how's he going to do? And it looks like he's not what he was last year, at least to this point so far this season. But, you know, it's a great opportunity. Mark said, like, I don't know why we haven't used Nix on the ground more. Like, I really don't. Like, you saw that designed run against the Giants, went for a touchdown. I'm like, okay.
I can tell you why.
What's up?
Look at Jaden's elbow. That's why. I'm just saying.
Stroud, how he went to sleep.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, that's the reason, because your season's over if something happens. So it's just like he ran a lot last year, and then they're like, okay, we have to like when the time's right. But when the time is right, it's, you know, it won us the game in Houston. You know what I mean? Like, it won us or brought us all the way back against the Giants. So yeah, you're right. And Bo's very good at like staying out of it, but it just takes one late hit, somebody doing something stupid, you know, just one and you're done. So that's why.
Well, thank God we got the screen master blocker on the team now, Lil Jordan Humphrey.
Let's go.
That's true. Well, you guys remember the movie Miracle?
Yeah, of course.
Remember the pregame speech? He said, "Great moments are born from great opportunity." That's what we have right now. That's what RJ Harvey has right now. This is what Bo Nix has right now. And, you know, Dobbins was a nice kind of buffer zone for having a vet. This offense specifically doesn't have a lot of vets. And he really out kicked his coverage as far as how much we were paying him and the way he, you know, what we were expecting. He was fantastic. But thank you, JK. You got us to 8-2. Now we got to handle the rest. And RJ and the boys like need to step up. And nobody's coming to save us. That's the way the attitude has to be. And, you know, we're good enough on our own. And that's just the way it is going to be. So it's, you know, Chiefs. You want to beat the Chiefs? No excuses. I don't care if you don't have PS2. Nope. You don't have JK Dobbins.
Yep.
We got it. We got what we need.
Awesome if you do beat them without those guys, right?
Yeah. Then they'll have no excuses either.
Yeah.
That would be the perfect.
I mean, they're missing guys too, maybe not as high profile, but everybody's hurt at this point in the season. It's just how you compensate for that. But I would like to see Bo. I think he's pretty smart about running, as Dennis is saying here. Maybe not designed runs, but we've seen some times where he has passed up maybe 10, 15 yards scrambling to throw an inaccurate deep shot. I would like to see him just, hey, if he can take profit on those plays, because time of possession is going to be real important against this Chiefs team, I think. So, man, I am so nervous for tomorrow, man. I haven't felt nervous for a Broncos game in a while, man. Maybe that Philly game, but I was more so excited than nervous. I'm just glad it's at home.
I surprisingly don't feel nervous. I'm just excited to see how the team performs.
Oh, shoot. We got some breaking news. News in here, courtesy of Andy. Trent Sherfield has been waived.
Not surprised.
Not surprised at all. He was bad.
Wow.
Well, he got little Jordan Humphrey. Don't need Sherfield anymore, I guess.
He did get little Jordan Humphrey.
Dude, this is what I'm talking about, because now we got multiple roster spots open. A.T. Perry, baby. It might actually happen. You need the 6'5" weapon to go and moss those guys in the end zone. I don't know if you guys heard me say this earlier this week, but I think it was like Thursday night, guys. I had a dream that I was like, getting my oil changed or something like that. And I was wearing Broncos gear, and people said, they're like, "Oh, you're a Broncos fan?" I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Dude, why hasn't Sean Payton signed A.T. Perry yet? Why hasn't A.T. Perry been elevated to the 53 yet, man?" And people in my dreams know. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm telling you, missed opportunity.
David's dreaming of A.T. Perry.
Dude,
literally.
Yeah. But probably for the best, man. Sorry for Trent Sherfield here, because I remember he signed because he's like, yeah, they gave me a 2-year deal. I didn't want to just go from team to team every single year like I'm doing, but you gotta block. And it's been bad.
Well,
and teams has been bad too. That's another thing.
What was the roster move that created space for Lil Jordan Humphrey? Do we know?
What do you mean? Oh, to bring him?
Yeah.
It was Michael Bandy.
Oh yeah.
That's right. That's right. So that means, now that Sherfield and Dobbins, you're down 2 now. So who are you bringing in? They definitely made that move for a reason.
Yeah. Well, we speculated Garrett Wallow will probably, because if they want to bring Garrett Wallow, if they want to activate it off of IR, he's got to go back on the 53. I think he'll eventually go back to the practice squad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you'll have one open. But like I said, they'll probably use it. They'll probably elevate somebody for now, like for this week to go to the 53. They have it opening. Yeah. Have they announced the elevations for tomorrow by chance?
No.
You guys know?
I don't think so.
I think it's by 4:00. They have to do that. Dude, but think about it. Like, all jokes aside with A.T. Perry, like, bro, you put Cortland Sutton, Evan Ingram, Pat Bryant, and A.T. Perry out, like, in the red zone. You've got, like, just absolute, and little Jordan Humphrey, for example, like at the tight end position. I mean, you've got like monster guys, 6'4" plus, all of them. That's, I mean, in theory, that's a pretty sweet, at least red zone lineup to have. I mean, those are big dudes.
That's why I'm in theory. Okay. That's why I'm in theory about giving Loner one shot this year.
Yeah. Throw Loner out there, and then you can just, at the end of the game, if you need it, just play 500. You know, got all the tall guys.
Yeah, no,
can't lose.
Do you think we run a couple trick plays tomorrow?
A couple?
I don't know.
He got a lot of heat for that stupid 3rd and 1. So.
Well, that was very stupid. I'm not asking him to run a trick play on 3rd and 1 again. I'm saying maybe like 1st and 10, you're on, the opposing 40-yard line. You're taking a shot, something like that, right?
Like the flea flicker that against the Chargers. That was sick. That was pretty sick.
I'd like to see an RJ Harvey pass.
That's coming. That's got to be coming.
I think it's time. And dude, how sweet would it be though, for real, if you saw like an RJ Harvey touchdown pass to Mercedes Lewis?
Dude, I'm telling you, maybe on Kalshi now I can put down an anytime touchdown for Mercedes Lewis for the year. I'm gonna look into that because I would love that. And A.T. Perry, maybe I might combo it.
Dude, you hit it with a parlay. $10 to pay like $500,000.
Dude, right? But I gotta say, man, on my A.T. Perry, Sean Payton backstabbed A.T. Perry video, dude, everybody came to Lil Jordan's defense. I was surprised.
Lil Jordan Humphrey, some people only remember the blunders, which I get, of course, but he had a couple just catch and runs that were unbelievable, like breaking tackles and just like. There was that one, the Stidham hit him like on that little screen and then took it to the house from like 50 yards. It was insane. I was just like, there's not one receiver we have that could do that. But he'll also like bobble it into another guy's hands.
I just hope we get locked in Lil Jordan Humphrey. If we get locked in Lil Jordan Humphrey, he can bust open some of those swing passes to like Marvin Mims and whatnot. And I think it's very clear. Marvin Mims, it might not show up on the stat sheet, but it seems like he is darn important to helping Bo Nix get in a rhythm and helping this offense function.
Hey, but you guys were saying too, like you wanted some more Nix runs, dude. Lil Jordan Humphrey and Pat Bryant out there, like that is the recipe, right?
Mm-hmm. All right.
You're not trusting Franklin to be blocking for Bo. You're not trusting Mims to be blocking for Bo, but Lil Jordan Humphrey and Bryant, yeah, definitely. So I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for this, Marcus Allen. So it looks like it's Jordan Taylor and Mercedes Lewis tomorrow. And Reese Taylor signed to the 53. Wow. All right. There you go.
Yeah, they elevated him last week. Man, they love corners, bro. They can't help themselves. They love.
I wish we loved running back as much as we love corners.
But it makes sense because Reese Taylor, you cut him, he's not going to get swooped up, and you just sign him back on the practice squad. It's like same thing with Bandy. But there you go. Nice.
How do you guys
Taylor, that's gonna be cool.
How do you guys feel about a Dobbins re-signing in the offseason?
I say yes, as long as it's at a cheap number.
It wasn't going to be until now, right?
Yeah.
Like he was gonna do something big in the offseason with how he was looking, and then all of a sudden now it's back to this again. But this could open the door to actually re-signing him for a couple. What sucks for him, and I said it earlier in the chat, but this isn't one of those things where it's just like you can blame him being injury prone. It was just like a freakish, stupid tackle. It's like if I take a baseball bat to somebody's knee, it's not like they're injury prone because I did that. You know what I mean? Like has nothing to do with that. It's not a hamstring that keeps popping up or something.
Yeah. Or
So
if it was like a knee injury,
yeah,
you'd be like, all right, yeah. But this one was just because of an unfortunate tackle. I mean, you make a really good point.
So, and he was really upset about having that label on him, that injury prone label, because he was like, I've been hurt twice in my entire life. Yeah, they were back-to-back seasons or whatever, but like it wasn't. I'm not that guy. And then this happens, and it's just like, oh, that sucks, dude. But especially how he was, the way it was his hesitation running that was like what I thought was so incredible for the way he was doing it. It wasn't just like busting through a hole and then, getting what he could. It was like that little bit of like hesitate, like almost like the Pittsburgh Steeler, what's his name? Le'Veon Bell style, where he was just patient. RJ Harvey, that's the thing we're going to have to see with him, because he's typically like, the patience is there, but like he will bounce it more than just like wait for it. Yeah. So that's going to be
he's a patient runner, man. And I mean, if we can get this JK Dobbins for another 10 games next year, sign me up for that. Yeah. Again, I think what George Paton and Sean Payton just need to be a little bit more cognizant of is just having the cupboard stacked. Like build a running back room into which Tyler Badie and Jaleel McLaughlin are practice squad elevations, not 53, roster guys the whole year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I get why the coaching staff likes Badie, though. I get why. But Jaleel McLaughlin was clearly doghoused, and it clearly took something for him to get an opportunity again. But I get what you're saying. Like, once again, I think I have not really been impressed with what I've seen from Badie the past month. But, it's time to retool this room. In the offseason, a lot of people, there was some pushback when I was like, well, I don't think we did enough at linebacker, tight end, and running back last year. This upcoming year, the positions you suck at, you got to retool them. You got to do like no nonsense, because honestly, that's something where I think we did miss this offseason.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at the Browns, dude. The Browns drafted Quinshon, and then they drafted Dylan Sampson, and then they signed Raheem Sanders, as an undrafted free agent. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Bring 3 dudes in, and then just see who's good. Like, that's what I want to see. That's where it's frustrating. And they're the Browns, And so it's like, man, why can't we do that one of these? Because I was hoping with a UDFA, I was hoping we'd sign like at least 2 or 3 running backs and just kind of see.
Yeah,
well, Donovan Edwards, Damian Martinez, all these guys are available. So,
yeah, the draft stuff is like, I was with you, Kodiak. Like, if you would have showed me like who we drafted the day before the draft, and this is like, here's your list of what you're gonna get, I would have been like, this doesn't make sense as much as I wanted it to, especially when I'm doing all the 1,000 mocks myself ahead of time. But we wouldn't have picked Jahdae Barron. He shut down like our biggest weakness of the last freaking 10 years of tight ends and all that stuff. So like maybe he, that could end up being like the greatest thing ever. RJ, he's going to get his chance now. The people who are like, oh, I knew about, said Travion Henderson, and we couldn't have got Travion Henderson unless we took him in the first round or traded back.
Well,
so
I think it's the late guys. Like it's the late picks. Right?
No, I'm with you.
And or at least an undrafted guys. Like I know we've talked about like Monangai a lot or Krosky Merritt or any of that, but even aside from that, we didn't address it in the 6th or 7th round, and then we didn't even address it as a UDFA. And really, I don't know what the obsession with Jaleel was. I felt like I was saying it a lot in the sense of like, I love Jaleel as a person. I love his story, but like, what was the purpose of keeping him on this roster at any point? Because like I look at it like, okay, now in this he's a decent runner, but that's literally it. He's not going to give you anything in the pass game. He doesn't give you anything as a pass protector, and he doesn't even play special teams. So you easily could have found a running back that could have been an upgrade. Like I felt like Estime would have been better to have than Jaleel, because at least he gives you a big body.
Yeah,
and he's playing special teams. With the Saints now, at least. So it's like, that was always the one. It was like, man, I feel like that hindered the room.
I'm with you, but I think like when you see a guy practice and be early and be this in the building every single day, and then another guy not doing that, you just can't be like, oh, well, you have a bigger body. So it's just, I don't know.
No, I get it.
That's
kind of the thing that you have to balance. The frustration of it is like you either go all out and do it, or you don't. Because if you're teetering, because like I said, you can make an argument for both sides, but it kind of causes a lot of problems, in my opinion.
Real quick, guys, I got to give a shout out to my favorite Bears creator. I've been needing to do a video with my favorite creators from other teams. Bears Game Podcast. I love this guy. Go subscribe to him. He's going for 400 subs. He's crushing it. So, yeah, please go support him. He does reactions to the Bears games. They're amazing. Nice. They're amazing. I love it. So, yeah, people, Mr. Keith bringing it up, man. You found some good running backs. He likes that strategy. DJ Dallas, somebody, dude, just somebody that's familiar playing ball in the NFL. That's all I want at this point. And as long as you average at least 3.3 yards a carry, please.
3.3 is the magic number.
Dude, isn't that terrible? What was Zeke at last year? Was he at 3.1? I don't care. I'll make an exception for Zeke. Dude, he's got I don't care if he's washed, man. I will take Ezekiel Elliott on this team.
Mm-hmm. It's worth a shot.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting
a lot of dart
for
throws.
sure. Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, it would be so like Sean Payton to just, they don't even address it in the bye week. They're just like, oh, we're good. We're going to keep everything like that.
Sean would be like, oh yeah, we're bringing in he wouldn't even call him by name. He would just say, oh yeah, we're going to bring in the player and what happens. Like he would, he'll try to low key it as much as possible, but that would be fascinating.
Wait, David, you should highlight this comment from Sam Straystar. This reminds me of my TikTok comments where everybody just loves Jaleel McLaughlin. He said Jaleel is going to eat with Dobbins out. Dude, Jaleel didn't even eat last year when he had this running back room for the taking. Like, he snacked a little bit, and he never took over the backfield. And he completely barfed when he got this chance against the Jets this year. So, I don't know, man. Jaleel is not going to – if you're expecting Jaleel to eat, I can promise you're not going to be at a buffet anytime soon.
Dude, I'll own this take right now. We should have brought Javonte back with JK Dobbins, man. Imagine if we had this year Javonte Williams on the team, man. How phenomenal would that have been? He's exactly the guy we need right now with JK Dobbins out.
Yeah. Or we could have just, we could have just taken number 25 from the Chicago Bears. The guy that last week when he finally got a start had 176 yards rushing in his first game and 200 yards total.
Yeah, let me see who the Bears got on their practice squad, man. Maybe there's somebody we can poach from there.
Travis Homer?
No,
he might be.
Dude, give me DJ Dallas over Travis Homer.
I don't know if Travis Homer's still in the league though. One sec.
All right, boys. Well, I got to run.
Yeah, we should probably. Britton Brown is their practice squad running back. Dude, I don't even.
They elevated him and he scored. They elevated him when they started Monangai. He took the touchdown from Monangai. He looked pretty good. Britton Brown. Oh, yeah.
Well, okay. Britton Brown, dude. There you go. So, guys, we should probably shut this thing down because we've been going for like an hour anyways. But, dude, this sucks. That no sugarcoating around this, man. Our young players got to be better. With JK done, likely for the year, according to Adam Schefter.
And Jaleel, I hope you're out there. You clip that little clip, Kodiak, and just let it just marinate all 24 hours. Let it get in your head, like and go, I want to shut that kid up. I want to.
Please let me be your bulletin board material.
Do it.
Yes. All right, guys. Well, real quick, let's go around really quick. Kodiak, got anything going on in your channel before Monday, before Horsepower Hour?
I don't have anything particular. Oh, yes. Actually, I am live streaming pretty much every night now at like 9 to 10 p.m. It's called Denver Broncos Tonight. Very clever title. But yeah, come chill with me before you go to bed. And also, David, you know about this. I got a new camera. How do you guys think it looks?
Phenomenal, dude.
Awesome.
Phenomenal. I can't wait for your DMs to get blown up now. So
I don't know if you're like OCD like me, but when I got my camera, dude, I swear to God, I spent an hour and a half trying to get the colors and everything right to the point where like I didn't even know what looked fine anymore.
Oh no,
so don't go down that rabbit hole if you're OCD like me.
Nah, it's okay. I'm just gonna plug it in and hope that it records my beautiful face that I just shaved.
Very nice.
Yeah, I love it.
Looking good.
Mark, anything else on your channel before Monday?
No, we'll have the post game tomorrow. Jeremy, you still good with it for tomorrow? I mean, Jeremy usually go post game after the game. I always say, hopefully it's a positive one. It's been nice for the last 7 weeks now. So we'll have a immediate instant reaction post game. I'm sure there'll be a lot to cover in that one, and then we'll see y'all on Horsepower Hour, baby.
Yeah, it'll be great. Jeremy, anything else?
Yeah, same. Check in with us tomorrow. Hopefully it's a celebratory pod. And dude, if we can just, gosh dang, if we could just get this one, I feel like we're either gonna go like Broncos country's either gonna be like we suck or we're gonna win the Super Bowl. It's not gonna be like any in between, it feels like, which is crazy. We win 7 straight games, and then if we lose one, it'll be like the end of the world, but that's just the way it goes. But
if Lil Jordan Humphrey scores, we win tomorrow. If Lil Jordan Humphrey scores twice, we win the Super Bowl. I'm convinced. No doubt about it. So yeah, got over 100 people watching. If you go subscribe to David Talks Broncos, Kodiak Broncos, Broncos Unbridled, and Marquee Sports on YouTube, that helps us out so much. And again, we have Horsepower Hour, the 4 of us on Monday nights, talking Broncos and all sorts of fun. So lastly, shout out to Kalshi. Use my code DTB. Get yourself a nice little deposit bonus on there. And guys, hey, you're going to be able to get some very nice odds, the best odds compared to all those traditional sports books with Kalshi on the Broncos taking care of the Chiefs at home tomorrow. So we'll be back. Hopefully it's an RJ Harvey legacy game. Go Broncos.
Go Broncos.